Welcome back to the show and McDowell's Gym. We're talking about Explode Football this time around, and here's a byproduct of it. This is Quinn Horton, who plays with Simon Fraser. He's a St. Paul's grad, back in Winnipeg training for the summer. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic.
Judging by the size of you, Explode Football has worked for you.
Yeah, it's actually worked wonders. I've been here since, I came in when I was 14, actually, because my mom was big into bodybuilding at the time, so she got me to come here, and been here ever since. Basically wouldn't be where I was right now if it wasn't for McDowell.
Yeah, McDowell's and Explode Football. Talk a bit about the program itself and what you like about it.
Oh, to Explode? Well, I found that when I went to university, there's a couple things that did different, but everything that McDowell did for me prepared me for the next level. Like everything, they work the special muscles that no other gyms don't usually work, and it made me that much better of an athlete when I went to the next level.
Yeah, give us maybe some specific examples when you talk about muscles that maybe you weren't working before.
There's always this exercise I always make us do. It's called rotator cuffs, and it's this little tiny muscle in your shoulder, and I've never done it anywhere else but here, but I know that has an impact on what I'm doing later in life, kind of thing.
Yeah. Talk about what you need as a football player. All of us, I think, have had some, exposure to exercise, working out, that type of thing, but football's got some specific things, doesn't it?
It really does. You're not going to be good in the game if you're not explosive. You got to be explosive, and it's the only way you're going to really strive and be the best you can be is if you explode off the ball and you're powerful in everything you do. It doesn't matter if you lift the most, but if you try the hardest, you'll make it far in life.
I get the feeling that McDowell's and this program too, there's a real community going on here, isn't there as well?
Of course. Through everything, no matter what I'm doing, what protein I'm taking, no matter what I do, I always talk to Beeks or McDowell about what I should do. They always have the best interest in mind, and they've been really helping me out, and hopefully it pays off in the long run.
And having other players here too, it must be good seeing younger guys or even guys your own age as well.
Yeah. Kind of growing up, going from during high school, I was still here. I work out with my friends, and we kind of have competitions and push each other, see who's the best, who's the strongest, kind of thing. So it really gets the competitive edge going and pays off in the end. Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for your time. All the best of success with the upcoming season.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here.
No problem.
All right. Quinn Horton, a graduate of the Explode program, if you will, and a member of the Simon Fraser Klansmen. Now, coming up, we have a story on another young Winnipeg athlete who's doing pretty well in the sport of fastball. Madison Hope was recently named the Manitoba High School Athletics Association Urban Athlete of the Week. A well-deserved honor, but it only begins to shed some light on just how good she really is. The grade 12 student at Dakota Collegiate has quickly become one of the most dominant female players in high school fastball. Hope credits a longtime friend and her dad for getting her started in the sport when she was in elementary school.
When we were in elementary school, she asked me to play, and I had never really wanted to play softball until she asked me, and I decided, okay, I guess I'll play. And then my dad always played hardball, so right when I got into playing, he always encouraged me, and we went out practicing all the time, and that's how I got really into it.
Turns out it was a pretty good choice, especially when it came to gravitating towards the mound.
There was just no pitchers on the team, and they asked me if I wanted to start pitching, and I was pretty young, so I said sure, and then me and my dad, we just always went out to the field to practice, and that's how I started.
Practice has led to near perfection. With the help of softball Hall of Famer Greg Bouchard, Hope has been putting up impressive numbers. For instance, at the recent Dakota Lancer tournament, she threw 2 no-hitters and struck out most of the batters she faced. She also had a batting average that was close to 700, a number almost unheard of when it comes to fastball. And, just for good measure, she maintains an 85% academic average. According to her coach, it all comes down to work ethic.
I know she maintains good grades. She also works part-time. Plays on our high school team as well as the Angels. On top of that, she spends countless hours with pitching lessons, pitching on her own time, begging me to come in for more pitching lessons, things like that. But she just works hard, and she wants to be great at the sport, and she's wanted to be great at the sport since she was young. And to no one's surprise, the hard work is paying off in a big way. Hope's achievements have caught the collective eye of the North American fastball world. She's been identified as a potential starter for the national team
Her success has also led to an opportunity south of the border.
Next year I've committed to go to Loyola, University of Chicago, so that's a D1 NCAA school. I'm gonna go August 20th, I start school on the 25th. They just finished their season this year. They got second in the Missouri Valley Conference, which is pretty good. I'm hoping next year we can win it. I'm excited about that.
Madison's actually going NCAA Division I, which is a huge jump. But in speaking with her over her choices and choosing a school, things along those lines, I think she has made the right choice with where she's going. But I think the part that's going to make her most successful is how passionate she is about being great and being prepared for the next jump.
There it is. Yeah. Good job, girls.
Welcome back to Sports Select Sports Talk and McDowell's Gym. Look who's here. Another guy who's done the Explode program, Evan Gill from the Manitoba Bisons. How you doing?
Great, how you doing? Thank you for having me.
Wanted to talk to you, we've talked to you about a lot of things in the past, but we want to talk to you specifically about this gym and this program and what it's meant to your career so far.
It's been everything. What I often say to a lot of young high school kids is what you do in your off season is almost more important than what you do in season. So I've been here since the high school days, and it's really taken me to where I am right now.
And training in high school and to where you are now, it's really different, eh? Like that curve is so steep, isn't it?
Yeah, especially once you get to the higher levels, it's really what makes that difference in a lot of guys. Like a lot of guys could have the skill, but they might not necessarily have that strength and that extra bit.
What are Dave and his staff doing here that you like? Because obviously you've trained in lots of different places and with your teams and everything as well. What are Dave and his staff doing here?
They're really key on just making sure guys are healthy. Like they work on a lot of little things like just shoulder strength, shoulder health, all the little things to make sure you're not having any nagging injuries and things like that in the off season or during the season.
I'm always astounded when I walk in and look at the Wall of Fame here. Like, they're training high-level athletes here, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. You can come in here some days and it could be Eric Fair from the Washington Capitals, guys with hockey, and there's guys with football. It's really, it's a good mix. Even the people you look at in strongman and bodybuilding is all sorts.
So, if a young football player is sitting at home, thinking, what could take me over the edge, not a bad idea to come and check out Explode.
Yeah, exactly. It's I owe it a lot. It's really gotten me to where I am, and for all young athletes out there, I believe that this is a really big key component in what can really put you to the next level.
Now, let's talk about you for a moment here. Just give us a little update on, it's been quite an off season for you. You got the draft pick in the first round, congrats on that. But just what are your plans right now?
As of lately, I'm going back to U of M for the fall, so I'll be attending the U of M and playing one more season with the Bisons, and then from there I'm going to look to hopefully get a shot with the NFL team, and hopefully I can stick. If not, then I'll join back with the CFL the next following year.
And keep training at McDowell's.
Exactly, and keep training here.
All right, Evan Gill, thank you so much for your time. Evan Gill from the Manitoba Bisons. Now, speaking of training, it's paying off for the track team in Selkirk. Check this story out.
It's taken a few years. My first year here, or first couple of years, I think literally my team was 3 athletes, like 1 year. It was 3 kids. But there were kids that were really serious about it. They loved it. And they attracted other kids and said, wow, that looks like fun. The great thing about track and field is there's a sport for everybody, every body build, and the kids come in and they want to be part of the group. And now we've sort of got that critical mass that is just moving it. And kids say, wow, that looks like fun, I want to be part of that. We're probably in the neighborhood of about 50. I think, and that's a really nice size, especially like I've got 5 other coaches with the team. It works out really great. My wife feeds us from Selkirk Junior High, plus all the local junior highs do some great things. So kids come in to the schools now knowing about track and field and feeling like, yeah, this is something I can do.
That is the second.
The track team really evolved in the past couple years, and this year our girls team was actually selected to go compete at the Nike Grand Prix in Toronto just 2 weekends ago, and it was an unreal experience, and it just kind of brought our team closer together, and we worked really hard to get there, and we did really good. We got there and we got to like meet all the other teams. Then we had a locker room experience. So we got in, it had like our own locker with a whole bunch of stuff and shoes and spikes and everything you could think of. And then we got to go, we met a couple Olympians and it was just awesome. It was just a cool experience. You felt like really cool when you were there the whole time.
It's great. When I went to school here, we had between 14 and 20 people in the track team. Multiple sport athletes, just like we have here. Now we're talking close to 60, so that's great. It's great because it's one of those sports that you're competing against yourself.
Got it! Keep going to goal!
It's great to run against other people, but you can always, if you're not the best, you can always say, well, I did better than I did last time, so I've achieved a goal. And it helps young people learn how to set goals for themselves and achieve it.
It was definitely because of Coach Gurney. He loves track and he makes it super fun. Like, yeah, you have to run laps a bunch of times, but when he's there and all the coaches, they just make everything so much fun, and it's definitely because of the coaches.
And they're just such a great bunch of kids that who wouldn't want to be part of it?
Brayden!